All right, so we're gonna have a long show today, so I'm gonna just start right now. We're not gonna play the intro audio just so we can get going. Uh, Topic today is meeting other collectors, and with the guys that we have on, a bunch of us have met a bunch of other collectors, which is really awesome. Um, I mean, there's gonna be a lot of great stories to tell, so I want to get as much information in as we can about that. And then there's some other punch list items that I'd like to get to. So, first and foremost, since Dan and I have actually gotten to meet in person, and we're both on the call tonight, figured we'd talk about that for a moment. So Dan was rolling through, and one of the things that I try to convince everybody of is when you get an opportunity to actually meet another collector, a fellow collector, take it. Go out of your way to meet that person or meet, whoever you can, because a lot of cool things can happen because of it, and we'll get into that with some of the story a little bit later. But Dan actually was going to a walleye game, stopped by my place. I got to show him my digs, show him some of my stuff, and blow his mind a little bit with some of the gear that I had.
As there's the Winter Classic gear.
Yeah, and I got to show him. Well, that was mid construction on my rink, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't think you had any of the rink up. I think you're still doing the drywall.
Oh man, yeah, damn. You'll have to swing back this way again so you can
That was
check out that
April.
rink. Yeah, I got the rink up. But yeah, I mean that was pretty cool. You were what with your kids?
I was with my son and my cousins.
There you go. Yeah, yeah, that was pretty
Going
cool, man. I wish we
going to
would
the
have gone to the
walleye game.
game with you
Going to the
guys.
walleye game.
Yep. But yeah, I
And
mean,
it wasn't
every,
that far out of the way.
every time you can, you need to get out of there, out of your comfort zone, go meet someone. There's not many bad people in this hobby, let's be real. I mean, there's a few here and there, but I mean, for the most part, like, get out there and meet someone.
Well,
Now,
I say.
Doc, wasn't it you that went down to Florida?
Yeah, but unfortunately, Bobby and I were supposed to meet up and just couldn't quite hit the timing right. We were supposed to have a Jersey get together, but I didn't get into Florida. I was delayed getting down there, so yeah, we tried to meet up even after he did that, and it just didn't quite work out. So I'm hoping he'll be able to make it up April the 8th in Chicago, because that'll be the best time to really meet everybody.
Oh my God.
It
Yeah, if
sucks
everybody
being
goes.
that close and not getting the opportunity.
Oh,
Especially when you're
definitely.
trying.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
What?
And
for those that are listening, Tom is currently driving a vehicle and participating in
Yeah,
the show.
yeah. Hey, I did try to somewhat meet Doc. I thought he'd come down here to St. Louis and meet him, but I think it just I didn't
my
tell him
week
soon enough, I guess.
Yeah, and my weekend work schedule's kind of screwy with the radio stuff I do and everything, and then with some family stuff going on. I actually had to help do play-by-play for a charity hockey game last night, so me and another buddy did that. But yeah, I mean, this I've met some different ones, St. Louis area ones, and some other guys that have been passing through from Chicago. And that's the enjoyable part. Even if you don't make deals with these guys, just that they're passing through and you can spend time showing them some of your stuff or just talking about collecting or hockey in general. It's the most enjoyable part of the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm huge on going out of my way to meet people. The first time I ever met Paul Rank, uh, we had talked on the net for a while, common interest, Red Wings stuff and whatnot. And I actually had a trip forward to Fresno. Now Fresno's like 3.5 hours away from San Jose, right? And I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be in the California area. He's like, well, if you make it out to San Jose, I've got Detroit Red Wings tickets for you. So I was like, all right, I'm in. So I schedule my flight into Fresno and schedule my departure from San Jose. So I get done with work in Fresno, drive out to San Jose. We go to the game, and then I peace out the next morning. But like, it's cool shit like that when you go out of your way to meet somebody. You never know what can happen, or they can show you something in the area that you normally wouldn't have seen. And I get that quite a bit. just trying to meet anyone and everyone I can, which is really awesome. You know, I was driving from home to Wisconsin for work, and it took me through Chicago. And I put out like, "Hey, I'm driving through Chicago. I'll be around at like noon, right?" And Sean Sullivan, he hit me up. He's like, "Yeah, I can get out for lunch around that time." I was like, "All right, cool." So we stopped, got lunch together, talked about Blackhawk stuff. He clued me in on a bunch of stuff I would have had no other idea on, and I don't know, it's a good time meeting people. I've got so many stories. Dan, I know you didn't you meet somebody else recently too?
Well, I drove down 3 hours to Raleigh to hook up with Bobby for the jersey, the sale on there. Had lunch and then drove back. And then Nick
Nick Domshot.
Jumpshot,
Yeah, from
Dom,
Toledo.
yeah, he just messaged me and said, "Are you still in Norfolk?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" He's like, "I'm coming down there for a game." I'm like, "What?" So he met up at the game. He came down, sat by me because nobody was sitting down there, and just shot the shit. And the next day, I said, "Hey, man, come to practice." So we came to the one-night practice next morning. Players. And then we talked a bit. I got in the parking lot and said, "All right, man. I got my son had a hockey game the next day, so I couldn't go Saturday to the game." But I introduced him to my buddy. Was trying to get into jersey collecting, and he sat down there by cigarette by the walleye or by the visitor locker room. So
Hey Tom,
Yeah.
when you're not talking, do you want to mute your mic for us?
Oh, sorry. Why is it? You can hear the road.
Yeah.
yeah,
Your car sucks, is what we're saying.
Oh, excuse me. It's a Kia. It's off.
All right, all right. So one of my favorite stories, which kind of spawns, it's crazy. All right, so you start meeting people, right, and it just goes off into meeting other people and other people. Now you got a network of all these people that you meet, and then people that you want to see all the time and shit like that, right? So, um, what was it? 3 years ago? Maybe it was 4 years ago. Uh, Paul arranged for um, West Coast. What do we call it? It was like the West Coast gathering or something or other. I don't know. We had a shit ton of people there, and people came from overseas and whatnot, right? So I got to meet Matthias Handel, who was awesome. I love that dude, and I can't wait to see him again. He's coming to the show in April, which is sweet. I
Oh,
got to meet
nice.
Derek Christensen for the first time out there in San Jose, and that was awesome. And the cool thing about the weekend was the number of games that we had lined up, right? So I can't remember the order if it was the Phillies game and then the Blackhawks game. I can't remember, but so Matthias Handel, he's a big Philly fan, right? So we went to the game, and so we're all jerking around at the game and having a good time. And I'm wearing a Phillies jersey because I was at a Sharks game, and you know, if the Red Wings aren't playing, I'm wearing the other team's shirt. Whoever's not the Sharks. Don't get me wrong, I love the Sharks. I just think it's fun being an away fan, or at least wearing the colors of the away fan, right? But so we're sitting there, and you know we had a suite or whatever, and we're just kind of shooting the shit, and I don't know, it was just a general good time, and talk to Matthias all the time now. He and he makes the trips out here quite frequently too. I missed him the last time he was out, but he's making a special trip out here, and the April Expo just seems to be hitting the line. But that same weekend, you know, Derek Christensen was at the show, and we went to the Chicago Blackhawks game, and just it was cool chilling there. And then when I go to Chicago, I can go see Derek. Like Derek and I were planning this expo, trying to get Paul in. Everybody's kind of working together to do the best expo planning that we can for this thing in April, right? So I go out there to go to a Wolves game, hang out with Derek, which was awesome. He got me hooked up with sitting on the bench for the Wolves, which is really, really cool. And I mean, we went to the venue, and the venue's just sweet. And then Derek shows me like his, Derek does a Reclaim Creations.
Yeah.
Yeah, he showed me where he does that workshop. It was totally sweet. Blew my mind. He's got so much stuff down there, and he's got so many pieces made. Like, I wish I was creative enough to do stuff like that. But I mean, it's cool things like that when you take a moment to uh, go out of your way to meet people. While I was in Chicago, I took a moment to go out of my way to meet someone. GameWorn.us has been slinging some of these Syracuse Crunch jerseys, and one of the people that bought one was in Rockford. That's like a hour 15 drive. So when we didn't have anything to do, when we weren't going to the game or checking out the venue, made the drive out to Rockford to make the delivery in person. Got to meet Dennis Arnold, very cool guy. Showed me his collection. He's got a lot of really cool stuff. I was pretty jealous of it. And honestly, I thought we were just gonna do a quick like 1-2 little transaction there, show the stuff, and then peace out. But it was enjoyable. I ended up spending like an hour and a half there. And I was just like, I would have stayed. I don't know. You just meet a lot of really, really interesting people. Tom, have you
Well, and
met any collectors yet? I'll give him a second to get his mic unmuted if he's still listening. Jason, go ahead with what you were saying.
I was just gonna say that with this expo coming up in April, honestly, I think that's what this is going to primarily be. Is yeah, the jerseys are going to be there, deals are going to be made, but it's all going to be about the camaraderie, all going to be about the putting the faces with names. I mean, I've talked to so many people through this show or through private messaging, even if I've not done deals, bouncing things off of them or saying, "Hey, I found this. I know you're looking for this kind of stuff, whatever." But those kind of things, I mean, like I said, there'll be a ton of deals done and trades and whatever else, but it's going to be the sitting around having beers with everybody and just having a blast. And I'm so excited for that to just be around the corner.
Isn't that and aren't we doing the show like 10 to 3 on Friday? Is that
Yeah, no, the show's on Saturday.
10 to 3 and then we're going to the game?
Yeah, they didn't, or at least I don't know of the timelines for the actual Frozen Four hockey games.
Right.
So the show's 10 to 3 or 10 to 4, something like that.
And what's going on Friday?
Friday we're trying to do a collector meetup, so we've got a couple possibilities.
Everybody just meet up and shoot the shit.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be event based. We're gonna try and have some fun, right? One of the things that we have planned is trying to get a drop-in game of hockey among the collectors. So we're gonna see how many people can actually get to play, and if that falls through, I can't remember the name of the place or like the sport that they call it, but have you heard of basketball played with bumper cars?
Yeah,
No.
there's a suburb of Chicago they've got that at, and I've not actually played it, but I've seen the cars and the setup for it. Looks pretty damn cool.
No,
Yeah, so
never heard of it.
if we can't get the drop-in hockey game going for that, we're gonna try and do that instead.
So basically, we're gonna do something to break a bone somewhere along the line.
God, I hope so.
I don't think honestly, I don't think we'll have any problems getting a game together as long as we can get ice time somewhere.
Yeah, I mean,
It
we've
may
got options, and I think it'll be a good icebreaker. Get some of the people that haven't met yet. A chance to meet before the actual show. Because man, I'll tell you, a show kind of there's a lot going on. I mean, you think you can get around to everybody and do this and do that, and it can be pretty difficult to make your
Yeah,
rounds,
that 4
especially
hours.
if you want to check out everything that's there.
You said 10 to 3, right? That 5 hours is gonna fly by.
It is.
When everybody gets there with their jerseys and everything, it's gonna fly.
Well, and we're doing the barbecue buffet.
Oh yeah, and raffles and all that stuff's going on with it.
Yeah. Oh, dude. I don't know. Did you see the pictures of the venue?
yeah,
Yeah.
that place looks awesome.
Oh, it's so sweet. There's that in one of the pictures you can see like a room in the far back right. That's they call it the red room. If they don't have that booked, we're gonna see if we can at least like do chow back in that area. But I mean, there's just a ton of floor space, and our section has this stage, and the stage has 2 projectors on the side, so I can put up like a slideshow of whatever we want, if we want cool pictures or whatever, previous expos and shit. And then I can plug into like the AV system, and I think some people want to do like collector interviews, and we can broadcast that shit live and do live streaming of the show, and it'll be a great place to announce like raffle winners and stuff like that. It's gonna be pretty sweet. Like
Yeah.
there's so much possibility at this thing. I've never been to a show that has like quite this possibility. Plus the bar, it's cash bar. Like I've never. I mean, the guys out in San Jose area, Palo Alto, and all that, they do like a get together at a pizza joint, so they get to do brews and games on TV, right? But
Right.
I've never gotten a chance to go to them. All the expos that I've been at, you know, you don't really get to booze it up with your bros. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. I mean, that don't take me too much to get lit anymore. I mean, I got a kid, I can't drink, but it'll be a good time.
Well, was it yesterday's Toledo one that was tied into the game, right? They had a show before the walleye game.
Yeah,
The one
yeah, I
that
heard about
Larry.
that. I was gonna try and go, but I had some personal stuff that came up that I needed to take care of, and I didn't have a table, so it was get my personal stuff done and then try and go if there was enough time permitting. But by the time I got done, it was like 1 o'clock, and at that point, it's just for me, it didn't make sense to get down there for such a small
Right.
duration of time.
Well, the people that posted some stuff around there said it sounded like it was a good time. I don't think it was. It was different from what it sounds like the one in April is going to be. It was more of a show. You know, people took some trades and bought some jerseys, and then they went to the walleye game. You know, where
Yeah, I
think
went to the
that
one
you're-
that was 3 years ago, and that was a really, really good time.
Yeah.
Met Chris Jurna there, Francis Ratty, he's awesome. Uh, I had Derek Christensen, Joel, man, I always hack his name too, Vinegar, I think that's how you say it. They crashed at my place with Paul, and we went to this dive pizza joint after the thing. It was so awesome. It's like one of those hole in the wall places that, unless you're from here, you don't know it's there. But it was a really, really good time. I mean, we closed down the place. It was a lot of fun, man.
Now, do we happen to know what the pricing is yet for the Frozen 4 games?
Do not know. We're gonna try and arrange for group tickets, so hopefully we can get them a little bit cheaper.
Say if not, maybe I don't know if they end up being just crazy ass expensive, maybe have a backup plan for something else.
I know there's gonna be a Wolves game I think either on that Saturday or Sunday. I'm not sure which day, but I know there's a Wolves game, and I'm sure we can get the hookup for that. That'd be sweet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those guys are awesome. They're a lot of fun. We were sitting on the bench during the warm-ups. They're coming over and bullshitting with us, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, Sean Sullivan was there. Chris Jurna was there. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, dude, April is more than enough reason to try and get people out to meet others. I mean, for some people, this hobby is about the shirts. But man, once you meet enough cool people or have enough really good experiences, it stops being about just the shirts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking forward is just meeting other people while, are in this hobby.
Yeah. Have you gotten a chance to meet anybody yet, Tom? I mean, I know you're in
I
like your
have not,
secluded
no.
little area.
In my old Jack area, no, I have not. I have met 0 people that are
Man.
in the hobby. So
Oh, dude. So like April's gonna be just kind of like a shell shock for you.
it's gonna make my ADD even worse. It's gonna be like, oh, there's this person, oh, there's that person, there's this. I'm really looking forward to meeting everyone, and I know I talked to one of the other collectors. He and I are going up to Milwaukee to an Admirals and Monsters game because they have one that Friday night. So
Nice.
Oh, they got a
Yeah.
Friday night. They got a Friday night game in Milwaukee.
yeah,
So
Oh, shit.
you're gonna dip out on our Friday get together and go to the game instead.
I'll come back afterwards. At least I mean that's the initial plan. I don't know if it's gonna come through, but I mean if it does, it's great. If not,
Milwaukee's
either
only
way,
about. Is it only like 2
an
hours?
hour away.
An hour
No,
away?
it's like an hour. Like an hour or so away. Yeah, not
Oh
very
my
far.
God.
Jason, who have you met?
Honestly, a lot of the older collectors that back from the .net days, some a lot of those guys that are still in the hobby, but more on the fringes. They're not heavy on Facebook. They're not heavy on the pages anymore. Met several of the people from St. Louis, and I'm trying to draw them in again, but it's just they've been in it 20, 30 years, so they're more of the silent guys. Jeff Jones is one I've become good friends with. He always used to go by Restore on the other forum years ago. He's actually just recently moved to Florida, but I used to last few years the Rivermen were in the AHL. He did equipment stuff for them, so after they do their equipment sale, he'd bring it all to Springfield, and we'd host an equipment sale here. But he's had a really decent collection. God, who have I? A couple other guys I've met down in the St. Louis area, but I haven't really had too many opportunities to. And but at some point, I'd love to get out to, say, to your area, Derek, and see your stuff at an event and maybe catch a walleye game. But it's just being about the people, being about what amazing things that this hobby has. I mean, look at when we all came together about the stuff with the World Cup jerseys. You had a lot of experts bringing in different pieces and working as a community. People weren't getting pissed at each other. Everybody was working to tell fanatics what a piece of shit their auction was.
Yeah. I think it'll be. Yeah, because you always have that initial starter conversation though too. When you meet a fellow collector, you can always start with the jersey, then you can always branch out from there. So it's easy to talk to people.
Yeah, you already have common ground to start with.
Yeah, you already have common ground, then you go from there, from that, and it makes it, worthwhile. Expand your community.
I mean, there's so
Yeah.
much more to that too. Like, and I say meeting people is more valuable than some of the shirts. Like having friends in this hobby is more valuable than trying to get the most money you can or squeeze the most juice that you can out of a jersey, as long as you're willing to cultivate that relationship. Like with Paul, like I don't know, I can't count how many times he's like paid for a meal for me or something, or let me crash at his place and then I don't have to pay for a hotel while I'm out there, or gotten me tickets to this, or taken me to that, or took me around, Derek Christensen let me crash at his place, and in Chicago, shit, that's pretty valuable in itself. Chad Krasminski up in Grand Rapids, he get me tickets to games, going to the equipment sales up there. I mean, there's an actual attainable value that goes along with stuff like this. People putting their neck out for you, or looking out for you, passing along a good deal, acquiring, tickets to an event for you. Again, Derek Christensen, tickets to the Wolves, getting me on the bench for warm-ups. Chad got me on the bench at Grand Rapids for warm-ups. That was pretty sweet. I mean, there's so much, there's actual tangible value when you meet collectors. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get you anything when you were in the area, but I mean, I don't have, unfortunately, connections in this area. So you just kind of have to be happy with when you stop by, you get to see a fucking inline or synthetic ice rink right in a basement of some guy's house. But whatever,
Yeah,
fuck it.
you got a rink in your house.
But yeah, I mean, I've had people crash here, so I try to give back to, Paul crashed here, Derek Christensen, Joel, they all crashed here. I mean, I try to make myself as available as I can to other collectors in the area. Um, you know, and dude, there's people like on my list of I want to meet them still. Like Chris Caputo, dude, he's a riot, man. Fucking Chris Caputo is so funny sometimes. Like I can't wait to meet the dude. Um, I'm trying to get him to go to April. We'll see how that goes. Um,
It's probably gonna depend on what his son's doing with juniors.
yeah, I mean, I want to meet Doc. I want to meet you, Tom. Fuck you, Dan. I already met you.
I know,
That was nothing. I mean, that was bullshit.
I know.
I wish I could take it back, just so we can
Sad.
meet again. No.
Yeah,
How's
no, man. I want my gas money back.
how's the numbers looking for April so far? Have we got a pretty good response? I know we got a little ways to go, but people planning for stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we got some people that are going to be last minute game time decisions and whatnot like that, but we got a pretty decent house right now. I think individual line items, which don't always include like double tickets, I think we have like 20 so far, which honestly, for an early rush like this, and there's people that I know that are coming that just haven't registered yet. So we're going to be doing pretty well. I mean, we have a capacity for 500 people. Well, I don't think we're going to hit 500, but I mean, I'm
No,
just saying we could.
that's a lot, man. If you get that's a lot of collectors. You get 500 people.
But the cool thing is like we're getting representation from a lot of different places. Migre's already reconfirmed with us about coming out. I've been talking to
Now,
Steiner about trying to get Steiner out.
wow, is that Barry that's coming out, or somebody else from
I
Migray?
believe it's going to be Barry and Stu unless things change. At least that's when I talked to Stu last. I think that was the original plan. Was
Awesome.
Barry and Stu.
And I've dealt
Who you
with
trying to
both
get
of
from
them.
Steiner? Who you trying to get from Steiner?
There's a guy that runs the auctions with Steiner named Dave.
Okay,
I'm
because the
trying.
guy there's no.
I've
They're
been
really the,
talking to him, because we kind of been working with Steiner a little bit to let people know about their auctions here and there, since they've
yeah.
got the Brodeur collection they're trying to sell.
What's the guy that's on the page is KJ? Is that his name?
Yeah, KJ McQuaid.
Yeah, that he does. He just got all the Wolf jerseys, Wolfpack jerseys, and sold them. I think he works for Steiner too.
Yes, he does. I'm not sure who all Steiner's talking about. I'm still trying to get them out, but they seem like they're like pretty plausible scenario, and that would be great to have them out because, all right, so Martin Brodeur last was with, he retired technically with St. Louis, right?
Yep.
So right now Chicago farms to St. Louis, so Martin Brodeur goes to a bunch of Chicago Wolves games for scouting purposes. And with Steiner having Martin Brodeur's stuff, it just seems appropriate to get Steiner out into the area.
How about we get Marty Brodeur there?
Yeah, that would be sweet. I mean, maybe I can like drop Steiner a line and be like, hey, since Marty's in the area, like, have him come by, show off
Yeah.
some of his equipment that you guys are trying to sell. Yeah, that'd be
So
pretty sweet.
speaking of players, so when the Walleye were in town, I got the opportunity to meet Bonus,
Dude, Bonus is awesome.
and I go, hey, you know a guy named Derek Whitaker? And he's like, he looked at me. I'm like, yeah. You got a T-shirt? This is GameWorn.us. You signed his jersey? Oh yeah, yeah. I was like, yeah, man. I work with him on the radio show. That real quick conversation because they were going out the door,
Oh,
you know.
yeah.
But just use the like the plug from, when you met him and everything like that, and like he remembered everything, the T-shirt and all that stuff, and signing the fight strap.
Yeah, dude, Bonus is freaking sweet. That's why I like hockey players, man. Like, hockey players are cool. Like, I don't feel like you need to get starstruck by them or anything. They're just kind of down to earth. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah, man. They're all good conversation with Rankin and what's that Asian guy's name? He's pretty cool. He was hustle, man. He played good. I talked to Cal Heater, talked to Nightingale, talked to a bunch of them. Pretty cool.
Not bad, but yeah, dude. fuck. I'm trying to think of like more people that I met because I know I've met more. I've tried to meet people also. Sometimes it falls through. Matt McGonnell. When I was out in Harrisburg area, we just couldn't make things work.
Yeah. We probably do more talking on the messages and stuff like that. Like I get messages now from people that are asking, "Hey, do you know have you seen this or seen that, or can you help me look for this?" I think like it's time to build,
I have
friendship.
no idea what you're saying because your internet is
I,
so
I see what
terrible.
Doc said. You can build up a friendship with people. Then when you're looking for something, you have people to reach out to.
Yeah,
You
dude.
know,
People look
You're not
out for you,
alone.
man.
So
Fucking
you don't
Drew
have to.
Conklin, dude. I haven't met Drew, but dude, he was at a thrift shop or something, and he was like, "I found this Red Wing jersey, and it was like a couple bucks." He's like, "What's your address? I'll just send it to you." That's like, dude, that's
And
sweet.
and
Did
see,
someone?
and that's a name that completely left my mind. Drew, I'm good friends with Drew. He lives 35 minutes away. So
Isn't there? Hey, Jason, is there three of you guys out in the St. Louis area?
I'm in Springfield, Illinois. There's Drew's in Peoria.
And Nick,
Yeah, Nick's in Nick. Oh crap.
Catalina.
Yeah, Nick's in St. Louis.
Okay, I know there's three of you guys that are out in that area.
Maybe I'll shoot a message to Nick. And there's some other people, and they're active on the blues boards and
Oh,
stuff, and
Mike,
somewhat
Mike
with the Mike.
Grove.
Grove.
Yeah, Grove would be a
Yeah,
good one. Maybe we can talk some of those guys to come up too.
Okay, I got another one that I have to shout out to. A lot of people probably don't know because he uses like a pseudonym online, but his name is Dave Busher. Dude, Dave is the shit. Dave saved my life. Might and that might even be literal. So, uh, I was going to goalie camp last summer. Garrett
Oh,
Sparks'
that's right.
Legends camp, right? So I'm all registered for it, and I put it out there like, I'm going to this Legends camp, and I'm gonna go get a hotel. Is there anybody in the area that wants to meet up? Well, I'm there. Dave's like, hey, I met you at the Toledo show the very first time that we went, and it was at the Huntington Center. You can crash at my place. I was like, oh, cool. So that saved me some hotel money, right? So I go there and do the camp thing, and on Wednesday, like I'm not feeling good. I feel like shit, right? So I left camp early, and Wednesday night I'm dying, right? Thursday, sick as fuck. Friday, sick as fuck. Like it was Friday, like 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning, that Dave took me to the hospital. Like took me to the hospital, and they're plugging me full of IVs and everything, and he stayed with me like throughout the whole thing to make sure I was all good and everything. Um, Left, when they gave him an estimate how long I would be there. He left. I called him up when they were getting me out, and he came, swooped me up, and took me back to his place, make sure I was all good, and then was able to get me on the road on Saturday. But he took care of my dead ass, man. Like I'm seriously like dying sick, and he's such a good dude taking care of me, and like he knew I had a kid on the way, a son, and he had like all these little like infant size, youth size replica jerseys, and he just dude, there had to be like 20 of them, like enough to the point where it was heavy to carry. He's just like these are for your little boy. I was like, damn. Like, such a good dude, man. There's so many good, just fucking good people out there. You gotta find them. You gotta find them, you gotta meet them, you gotta be friends with them, man. I haven't talked to Dave in a while. I tried to get him out, go out to the Chicago Wolves game, but he might have been working or something. But yeah, dude, he was a great fucking dude.
that's awesome.
Yeah, man, good people, dude. Like I said, and I tell everybody time and time again, there's so much more to this hobby than jerseys. Like, if you like value relationships, man. Just philosophically, people miss that point in life. Is like a lot of life is really about relationships. A lot of life. Just life in general, not even this hobby, but just life is about relationships.
And that's, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, I've talked to so many people I've never done a single deal with, but like you said, Derek, with Drew reaching out to you saying, "Hey, I found this," and I've seen jerseys, Red Wings jerseys and stuff pop up where I've messaged you saying, "Hey, I don't know if you saw this," or I ended up picking one up cheap, seeing if you wanted it first. I mean, those kind of things, and those are the things that get remembered a hell of a lot more than a certain buying a certain jersey. It's those nice little things, like you said, with staying at his house and him giving you all those little toddler jerseys and that. Those things will be remembered long after any jersey you've had that's come and gone over the years.
Oh, holy shit, dude. I've met so many people. I just keep on thinking more and more people. Obviously, Stephen Brooks, you guys know that story. Um, I bought jerseys for Alan Lowe for a few years from the Red Wing sale and got to meet him at a Red Wing game that I was at with Paul. I met him at the game that we went to with Paul, which was the game that Paul got front row tickets for his wife and his son. And they have a picture of them in the background of Dylan Larkin's goal celebration. Yeah,
That's awesome.
Sweet.
Cool.
Yeah, it was totally awesome. Dennis Arnold, the guy I dropped the jersey off to in Rockford, the Syracuse Crunch jersey. When I dropped off that jersey, that was the first time he actually had done a deal in person, he said. So that was
Wow.
cool. I got to do it first with him.
I think that'll be cool if you get to do a deal in Chicago in person. I think
Yeah,
that'll be pretty cool.
yeah,
If you bring
it was
one
pretty sweet.
trade or whatever.
Oh shit, dude. Fuck. There was another name on my list I was gonna throw out there. God damn. There's far too many people. Say something
Well,
so I
and
can remember this person.
and it's just as you're in the longer you're in the hobby,
Fuck, I
and
got it.
it's so many people. Oh, go ahead, Derek.
Raymond Bennett. I met him. Okay, fuck. Alright, so Raymond, right? Alright, so you remember Stephen Brooks and the story with that and the jerseys that one year?
Yeah.
Raymond was the
We all
guy
remember that, dude.
told Steven that he would never get a Glendenning jersey. It made Steven want to get Glendenning jersey even more. Raymond was that guy. But Raymond was at the at a game not even a week ago. The only piece of equipment Glendenning wise that I didn't have was a red helmet. I've been waiting on a red helmet for a while, and he hits me up. He's like, "Hey man, I'm at Hightown Authentics, and they got a red 41. You want it?" So he got me hooked up with that, and I finally have like everything that I need wise, as far as gear goes. So he kind of gave me the cap off to my set, and I even met him down when they were doing the bobblehead shit, right? So Steven and Raymond, they're into the bobbleheads, so they went to the walleye game, and so I picked up the helmet from him downtown. I was trying to give him some good news, like gates to go to try and make sure he got the bobbleheads or whatever, and he got them, so that's good. But man, dude, oh, that lurk bobblehead bullshit, that was insane.
Yeah, I heard they were lined up for a couple hours prior or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. I think some people waited like an hour and a half. Still didn't get one.
How many did they only give out?
I think they had like 1,500.
And the place holds 8,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
Doc, you were gonna say something?
No, I was just throwing out there that just how many, if as you really think back over the years of interactions you've had with people, how many, if you really start looking at those names and realizing how long they've been in the hobby, how long you've been in the hobby, and then there's constantly new people discovering what this is all about. I mean, yeah, people buy a jersey here or there, but now when you can really connect those people in person, that's what makes it even more fun. And social media has helped that a lot. I mean, Jesus, before you were doing a lot just by emails or through the different forums. Now with having Facebook and that, you can see jerseys instantly. You can, I mean, as you're chatting with somebody, they shoot you the pictures of whatever jersey you're dealing with or whatever, and it's just so much quicker, so much more fun.
Okay, so you guys know I shit on social media for the hobby quite a bit. But the one area where it's definitely really good is you can become friends with somebody on Facebook, right? And then you can see all their posts and you can kind of get to know that person. You see their pictures, you see what they're doing, you see what's going on in their lives. So it makes it a little bit more comfortable for you to actually get out there and meet someone that you have seen around on Facebook. Like it's less weird. Like if you just have
Yeah,
a
it doesn't
one
make it
single
awkward.
picture on an email or something, like
It doesn't make it awkward when you go to the door to knock on their door.
exactly like when you came over to my place, I was just like, "Hey man, what's up?" Like fucking you've been here before.
Yeah, you're the guy doing the wall, the drywall. He's like, who the hell's this guy?
Yeah, my
I was like,
my
I'm
buddy
looking for.
Cole.
I'm like, who are you? I don't know what I'm doing here.
I'm here all scrubbed up and knock on my door. I just go up, open it, like, "Hey man, come on, let's go." That was a good time.
So yeah, so I think when you're allowed, when you can talk to people online, um, it makes it easier. So I think that April thing will cement a lot of things. Especially the guys that do the radio show. I video chatted with Jason one time about a jersey. So, it makes it much. It just makes it gonna make it easier.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, speaking of like meeting people, like I don't even know if video like okay, with all the technology we have, you can talk to people, that's cool, but like the video chatting totally makes it different. Like it shocked the shit out of me when Marco like Facebook video chatted me. That was the first time I ever saw Marco. It was really weird.
That had to be scary.
I was
Yeah.
like, this fucking guy. Oh, dude, I really hope he comes in April though, for real.
Oh,
We're gonna have to print some like GameWorn t-shirts for him or something.
Oh, jeez.
If we do that, we'll never live it down.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. Yeah, man. So, I think you guys need to step your game up a little bit. Get out there and meet some people, right? Come on.
That's just
Yeah.
the problem with me is it's trying to find the time with all the stuff I'm involved in, but with having some people in St. Louis and that, it's made it a little bit easier. But yeah, I mean that's why I'm all about Chicago.
Oh, dude, seriously. There's so many people that I want to see in Chicago. Like I've been talking to Rafi, you know Rafi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Isn't
been
he
trying to convince
Chicago
him to
or
come out.
Colorado?
Colorado, yeah.
Yeah, he's a Colorado guy.
Dude, I've got a laundry list of people that I'm just like, please come to Chicago, man. I want to see you.
Yeah, you see all these guys' names and the forums and what they collect.
And and it's the people that you see frequently. Like the name registers with you. You can talk about them because you see the name frequently, and then it makes you curious and you want to meet that person. And some of these people that have some really cool shit to say. And the interesting thing is like, yeah, it's great we have Facebook and you can say whatever you want, but when you're in person, you kind of get more of the story out of people. People are willing to say more in person than they are online. I'm not talking like shit talking or anything. I'm talking like more like details about their life or details about a specific story or an event or something like that. You just get more information. Like when I met up with Sean Sullivan, he was telling me about all the I think he said he purchased like a box or a few boxes of like game film from the team that they use to study other teams or their own team, like legitimate film from the team that he was trying to convert to DVD, and he was filming me in on like some of the missing games, and he was using it to track down like what style was worn for each game from like this date to this date, some ridiculous date, and he was only missing 6. It was just like these are details that you don't get necessarily from a lot of people online, but you can just say more in person. It's Something to not be missed. I think Tom's trying to say something, but he's driving through a bad service area.
Somebody's
No, I'm
cutting
not
out.
driving. Yeah, I'm not driving. I've been stopped.
Okay, so your phone just sucks.
Well, that's good.
No, I think it's where I'm at.
Well, glad to see you're being safe.
Oh man. All right, so yeah, who are some of the people you guys are looking forward to meeting in April? That
Definitely
you might not even
Derek.
know are coming.
Definitely Derek Christensen. I've talked to him a few times on stuff, and I know he does some things with the Wolves, and then I bought a pair of their gloves through their charity thing. So we thought that was cool that I
I want,
was
yeah, I
able
want to see his Western Michigan jersey. I hope he brings a few of those.
Oh, I think I talked to him when I was out there, and he said with it being such a close venue, he might be able to bust out like just about everything he has.
Yeah,
to.
'cause college jersey, you just don't see a lot of college jerseys. So like, I hope Paul brings a Michigan jersey. Um,
Oh, I'll
you
have
know,
a Michigan jersey.
what's that?
I'll have a
Oh,
Michigan jersey there.
yeah, you got Glendenning's, yeah. But you don't see a lot of college jerseys around. You know, they're hard to get and they're expensive for the most part. So I'm looking forward to meeting. I can't even make a list of everybody I'm looking forward to meeting.
When I was out there I was trying to link up with Jay Fielder, but things just didn't work out because of all that Cubs stuff that was going on. He had a birthday over over the day that I was there. One name on this list that I do not see is Drew. Do you think we can get Drew out there?
I think so.
We should totally get Drew out there.
It's a short trip from Peoria to Chicago.
Let's get him out there. I'm hoping to see a few more international names on the list. I think we're talking to Stephen Prill about trying to get out here, see if we can make that work. But we've got Matthias Handel from Germany. He's coming for sure. Brandon Mitra.
I know his name.
He's the big Richter fan. Does Rangers and stuff. He's from the UK. He's gonna be coming out. I'd like to see if maybe Alan Lowe can get it in his situation to come out. That'd be sweet to see him again. Actually spend a little bit more time talking to him. But yeah.
I could just go right down. I mean, I could just go right down this message. Let's be like, so ding, 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 ding. You know.
Seriously, I'm almost ready to like everybody on my list that I'm like, dude, why don't we meet? Like, just go to April.
Well, and maybe try and do some roundtable discussions or what while we're there with some of the guys that have been around the hobby a while. Some different things. And I know it's going to be a crazy busy time, and God, between the door prizes and everything else, it's going to be just everybody's going to be having a blast. I think just walking around and putting different jerseys in your hands to look and to see what people have, I think it's gonna blow a lot of people away.
I want some of them secret jerseys to come out. You know, shit that people don't know exists or things that you didn't know someone had. Those are the things I like to see. Like, holy shit, I can't believe somebody actually has that jersey. You know, shit like that.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Yeah, a lot of work to be done still on it. But it's.
Well, everything's reserved, right? Everything's reserved.
Oh yeah, I mean the venue's ours for sure, hands down. Like.
And the hotel, they got locker rooms blocked off for us.
Pete's working on that right now. Speaking of the hotel block of rooms, for those that are staying in rooms or people that are in town and want to bullshit, I'm sure there's gonna be some open door policies. I know I'll have an open door policy where if my door's open, walk on in and chill.
If it's not, we'll get to keep in the front desk and walk in anyway.
Yeah, hopefully they'll put us all on the same floor.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. Do I have you down for a room, man?
Who?
You.
Me?
You. Do you need a room?
Yeah, me and Bobby, I think, are going to share one. We're just trying to work out the details. I'm not sure if the wives are going.
Alright, I don't have you on the list, so I'm going to make
Yeah,
sure Jason know or Pete knows.
yeah. Bobby and I are working, going to be working together. So I got to do the registration and everything. So
And you're gonna be there Friday and Saturday.
yeah, I'm going to get there Friday. Um, boys with my parents, and then I'll head out there Friday morning.
Oh, and you haven't registered at all for the thing.
Yeah, I'm going to.
That's
I'm
terrible.
going to. I'm going to.
Neither is
I got
Tom.
to,
Come on, Tom.
I got till December to get those extra raffle tickets, right?
Yeah, you have until the 31st.
Yeah. So I still got time.
You slacker.
You'll forget. Do it right now.
Yeah, I won't.
I'll
I'm
remind him on the
gonna forget.
1st.
Uh,
I'll be like
yeah,
January 1st, like, you gonna register or what?
give me his extra raffle tickets then.
Oh yeah, dude. We're still working on collecting some sweet prizes. I got a couple things I'm gonna be putting into it. Chicago Wolves gave us a couple things. We'll actually a
I'll try to
handful
get.
of things, some really sweet jerseys. Just recently I haven't announced it, so this is like the official announcement. But some cool beanies, like winter knit caps for the Chicago
Oh,
Wolves.
nice.
Yeah, pretty awesome. I think it was with the what is it, the throwback cream color style. Actually, you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll go get one and show you.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I think
nice.
I'm gonna try to get some stuff from the Admirals. I don't know if they'll, give me anything, but maybe I'll get something from them.
Yeah, I'll
A
see if we've got a junior team here in town. I'll see if I can at least pick up they've got some game jerseys
Yeah,
left over. Even just bring one of those up as, hey, any jersey people would be happy to win for nothing.
yeah. I don't know if I can get any of the junior team jerseys. I can ask them too, though.
I
I'm
could
back.
see if the Calder Cup champion monsters have something I could bring up for them.
All right, so you see my
Where's it gonna-
nice little Chicago Wolves bag, right? Oh, actually, these are the new ones with the new color scheme. That's so dope. Do you see the color scheme?
Oh, nice.
Got to do it here. Got to do it there. So you know those the picture of the black and like neon green jerseys. They actually wore those while we were there, but it's the color scheme of those. So they're very nice beanies, bobbleheads up the ass. Hell yeah, it's gonna be sweet.
Everybody
So
gets a bobblehead.
So we're gonna have plenty of prizes. What you're saying?
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of good stuff going on. There are reasons to come to this thing. I feel like this show like quickly shifted from meeting people to talking about the expo, but it's a linear topic, isn't it?
Yeah, that connects it.
It's all one and the same.
Yeah.
In memory of Bobby Eagle. He didn't make it on the show tonight.
Hey, yeah, I know we had hockey, but yeah, I do think we can get plenty of guys that would, as long as we can get ice time, play a game, and that would be a ball. Is even maybe we can get somebody that just comes there. We could do a little Facebook Live on the GameWorn page of showing all of us, showing our awesome ass hockey skills.
Hey, so speaking of Francis Ratty, man, he just he's watching and he just told us great show.
Nice.
Yeah, I think he was in Toledo this weekend. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go, but I think he was there yesterday. I'm not
Definitely
entirely positive. He's a
excited to
great
meet
freaking
him.
Dude. Francis was awesome, man. I was so happy when I could take him to that pizza joint. He looked like he was having a lot of fun, man. And he's a cool guy too, man. He's got so many stories, and like he goes to concerts all the freaking time. He goes to some really awesome shows. Like if you get a minute, you should just flip through some of his photos. Like he gets to meet the band members and shit. Like how do you get access like that? And you just when you meet the different people in our hobby, you get to see some of the different things that they do, or like the things that they're involved in. Like you with your radio show, man, Doc, calling into your radio show on some random fucking Saturday morning, right?
Hey, I don't mind that at all. I enjoy it.
It was a lot of fun. But yeah, I mean, just the stories and people's connections, or this person knows that person. And that person can get you hooked up with this, that, or the other. Or, my favorite are, You know, if I can meet somebody in the food industry and they can get me like some sweet meals or something. I love food, man.
I'm just all for trying to have as much fun with everybody, and even if somebody brings some, I'm a big equipment guy too, as you know, pro stock equipment and that. So I love getting my hands on some of those kind of things too. So maybe we'll see some of that up there as well.
Oh, that'd
That
be
might be
sweet.
the biggest challenge for a lot of people is how are they going to get all the stuff they want to bring up there?
It's called a minivan. That's my plan. My dad has a minivan. When I went to the uh when I went to the Migrate show, was it the year before last? I borrowed my dad's minivan, loaded up like my rack and every fucking jersey that I own, and my pro return goalie pads, and took all that shit down there. Oh, and I even had my mannequin, my stand-up mannequin at the time. Took that down there and get that all stood up.
And if I don't drive, because depending with us being downtown, I know parking there is fucking expensive. I may take the train from here, but I've got a goalie bag I can fit. If I bring a bunch of stuff up, I can fit that and my gear.
And maybe gear for some other people.
Yeah, and if I can get that list ahead of time, if we know certain guys are flying in and don't have stuff to use, I can dig up most, if not all of it.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. I know Derek was really interested in doing the fuck, I cannot remember the name of that shit, but it's the basketball with the bumper cars. Yeah. Fuck, this is gonna drive me crazy the rest of the night. I ain't gonna be able to sleep because I'm gonna be thinking like, what is the name of that shit? Oh,
It's whirly ball.
Whirly Ball.
Whirly-
Hell yeah! Thank you so much. Okay, yeah, it's totally called Whirly Ball. So, yeah, yep. Somebody even messaged that in here. Um, Behind me, I don't know if you guys have seen my new jerseys that I have. Well, some of the new jerseys that I have. I swapped out the camo one for this Foot Gooseroff.
Foot?
Yeah, it's
Was that a specialty jersey?
yeah, it's retirement night thing for Adam Foote with alumni. So this one was worn by Gooseroff, the alumni. Man, I don't know. We don't have much time left for the show. I'm getting tired. How about you guys?
Well, you think with gaining an hour we'd be less tired, but funny how that doesn't work that way.
No,
Well,
because your sleep's all screwed up.
I went through the list and not counting like Migray, not counting Steiner or any like people, just collectors that we have going. Some of them have tables, some don't, but we have 24 people registered, not to mention you idiots that haven't registered yet.
Do it right
wait.
now.
But I mean, that just tells you what kind of a turnout we're gonna have. I mean, we've got months until this thing happens.
Yeah.
5 months, you know.
I mean, if the venue holds 500 people and if we get 100 people there, nobody will be packed in. There'll be plenty of room, and that's still a lot of people. That's a lot of people to meet.
There's so much opportunity too. We can do high top tables, we can do low tables. I'm probably gonna get set up on a high top table. You know, you can see what I lay down on the table, but I can also hang stuff off the end of the table.
Right.
That or I just bring my racks and not have a table. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that we can do. There's so much space. Once we get an idea of how many people and tables that we have, I'm gonna kind of try and create a map. Once I feel out everybody and what they're bringing, so I can kind of like organize the room a little bit.
And if I end up driving up there too, I've got because I'll bring my van up. I've got those racks I bought from Sports Authority, so I could bring up. I've got 3 of them. I could bring up a couple if need be.
God, those are such nice racks. I got one of them.
I got over there late, man. They were closed time I got a chance to get over to there.
I got one of those 4-arm adjustables. that I've got
It's-
all the Crunch jerseys on
Yep.
right now.
That's the exact same ones I have. Those things are amazing.
Yeah, they're sweet. You know, I feel bad. Like people were showing pictures of the one place that has like takes consignment of jerseys, and they're all just like strewn out on the floor everywhere. I'm like, this is what I do. I put them all on racks, man. Like you gotta take
Yeah,
care
that's what I
of
was trying to
that
tell
shit.
the Admirals. Admirals got theirs just in a crate in a box.
Terrible, terrible.
I know. I was like cringing. I'm like, can we get some out of my hangers, you know?
And I got those racks for $17 a piece from Sports Authority.
Oh my god, lucky fucker.
That ain't
I should have
bad.
bought.
I'm-
I bought three. I
I'm-
should have bought more.
Yeah, you should have bought more, man.
Yeah, could have been selling that shit.
All right. Well, I was kind of actually hoping we would get into some time in which we could talk about, like some of the things that are going on, in the hobby.
Fanatics is fucking shit.
Well, besides that, I mean, some of the auctions that have started popping up here and there, maybe like what's happening with Fanatic stuff lately. Just
Well,
I
it's
don't
been
know,
all
some
like
other
pizza.
things, but we're gonna have to save that for the next show because we are out of time. So I'll set that topic. We'll do like recently in game worn collecting or game worn hockey, and we'll do that for the next show. Any last final thoughts?
Nope.
Just
Good.
April's 2 months, 5 months and 2 days away.
I wish it was 2 months away. Yeah, so register, right, guys?
Right.
Yep. Correct.
Ah, man.